everyone. Myself Bhumi Patel, Assistant Professor at LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Instrumentation and Control. Today's our topic is PLC scanning in the unit number 5, the basics of the PLC programming. In the last lesson, we have studied about the different types of PLC programming using the digital logic circuit like the K-map, decoder, encoder, multiplexer and different types of gate. So first of all, whenever we deal with the PLC scanning, the first thing is normally open contact. Okay, in the normally open context, allow the currents when the relay or the contactor is energized. So this is the normally open contact. When the voltage is applied to the relay or the contactor terminals, this contact closes. So this is the diagram of the normally open contact. So whenever in this PLC programming diagram, in the ladder logic diagram, our logic is open circuit. That time we will draw the normally open contact. Okay, clear? Now, when voltage is applied, that means if the input is applied to this particular circuit, it is normally closed contact. Now, the next one is the normally closed contact. So, in the normally closed contact, allows the current through when the relay or the contactor is not energized. When the voltage is applied, this contact opens and interrupts the current. So this is the diagram of the normally closed contact. Now what is the logic behind the normally closed contact? So first of all, whenever we draw the logic of this particular programming, the contact should be closed. Okay, now whenever the input voltage applied to this particular logic, the contact becomes open. Now how we can define that it is normally closed contact and normally open contact? So in the example or any system, if they will ask that A input is closed during the system and B input is open during the system, and whenever we connect the input signal to this particular plant or the system, we can get the output. So what is the ladder diagram using the normally closed and normally open contact? So first of all, we can put here the A input and we can put A as a normally closed contact and B is a normally open contact, and Y is our output signal. So for this particular plant or this system, they will given that some type of input will be normally closed during the performance or some input will be open during the ladder logic system. So this is the concept behind the normally open and normally closed contact. Now the next one is the when to use an NO contact. So normally open contacts are useful in the applications where a device must activate in the response to a specific signal. So when we use to normally open contact, if input is applied, after that the signal A and B will be on and we can get the output. That time we have used a normally open contact. Now it occupies a sensor for lighting, equipment, cooling system. It is used for the pilot lighting. Okay, so some type of sensor like the lighting sensor, if light is there, that time the switch will be on or the off condition. If temperature is there, if temperature range between this and this, that time the input device will be activated. In some application we will use the normally open contact. The next one is when to use the normally closed contact. So the normally closed contacts are useful when you need a process to stop in response to a specific signal. As you remember, we can use a normally closed contact in the NAND gate. Now what is the NAND gate? It is the complement of the AND gate. So what is the ladder of the AND gate? As you know, when we deal with the two input AND gate, so A and B will be in the normally open contact, whatever output is given. Okay, so Y is our output of the AND gate. Now, whenever we deal with the NAND gate, we can compulsory put Y as a normally closed contact, and Y1 is my actual output for the NAND gate. Okay, so some specific application where the process to stop the response to the specific signal, that time we can use a normally closed contact. Okay, like the stop button. If the requirement is like that in the system, we can put one start button and one stop button for the process. So generally we can use the normally open contact for the start process or the on the system, and normally close contact for the stop the process. And this is my output Y. Okay, so it is used for the stop button, automatic pumps, motor protection. Whenever the motor supply is greater than to the applied voltage, that time we can also use a emergency switch as a normally closed contact, so this system will be automatically off. So this is some application where we can use a normally closed contact. Clear? Now the next one is the combining normally open and normally closed contact. Okay, so as you have a lamp that is controlled by a sensor, but you want to avoid using it when the natural light is enough. Okay, so in this case there would be two contacts connected in the series connection. Okay, so this is the actual practical example while we have used a normally open and normally closed contact. Here you can see that we can connect the normally open contact for the sensor and normally closed contact for the photocell, and according to this switch we can get the output. So whenever the natural light is enough for to on the lamp, we cannot connect the sensor. But if the natural light is not enough, that time the sensor will be on. So this is the actual example to use normally open and normally closed contact with series connection. Clear? Now the next important thing is PLC scanning. Okay, whenever we deal with the ladder logic diagram, PLC scanning is most important part. Now the PLC scanning will be start from the rung by rung, from left to right, and from top rung to bottom rung. So what is the purpose in the PLC scanning for the ladder diagram? So first of all we know about what is the scan cycle. Okay, the scan cycle is the cycle of which the PLC gathers the inputs, run your program, and then update the output. This total time is known as the scan time. So scan time include, or the scan cycle includes the input, PLC program logic, and the output data. Clear? Now this will take some amount of time, often measured in millisecond or the microsecond. Okay, so the amount of time it takes for the PLC to make one cycle is called the scan time of the PLC. Whenever we done the programming in the PLC software and then we have to update or the run the program, we can get the scan cycle or the scan time for this particular program. Depending upon the length of the program, logic of the program, the scan time will be different. Clear? Now the next one is the important diagram in the PLC program scan cycle. So generally the scan cycle includes the three parts: input scan, program scan, and the output scan. Before the input, they will connect the start or the input module, and after the output scan, they will connect the cleanup. Now, what is the input scan? External input status is scanned and the recorded. Whatever input is applied to the particular system will be scanned and it will be recorded. In the program scan, each ladder rung is scanned and solved. Then next, resulting logic is returned to this output. Okay, so if we can write the program for this system like in the 10 rung, so each rung will be scanned, and then this one, if any error is generated, they will show in the program scan screen. Okay, and in the output scan, output are tuned on and off based on the program logic. So this is the flow diagram of the PLC program scan cycle, and after the cleanup, several internal memory check and the communication required. If any other communication required, it is goes through the cleanup process. So this is the block diagram of the PLC scanning. Now in the PLC scanning, 70% of the part will be covered in the program scan because it is a main portion of the PLC programming. So the scan time is a function that will depend on the four things. The first one is the speed of the processor module. Which type of processor that we have used on the particular system, the speed of the processor module will decide the scan time. The next thing is the length of the ladder diagram. Okay, if we have a 10 line ladder diagram and the other program will be 20 line, so the length will be also affect this scan time. The next one is the type of instruction executed. Which type of instruction that we have executed for this particular program, the scan time will be different. And the next one is the actual ladder true false condition. Okay, if we can deal with the one output and if we have deal with the three output, so the scan time will be different. So there are the four things that is the depends on the scan time, and the actual scan time is calculated and stored in the PLC memory. Now during the input scan, the input terminals are read and the input status table is updated. So before the input scan, they will put the input status table that we have studied in the chapter number 1. So during the input scan, they will read the input data, and then input status table is updated according to the program. During the program scan, data in the input status table is applied to the user program, and the program is executed and the output status is updated, and during the output scan, data is associated with the output status table is transferred to the output terminal. So in the every ladder logic diagram, they will scan the input terminals, then the program scan, and the last one is the output scan. If we can change the value of input terminals, that time we can again scan the program, and then output will be updated according to the input changes. Now if program scanning takes place left to right across the rung and from top to bottom rung is known as the rung scanning. So if we can draw the PLC programming like this manner, suppose A is my input and Y is my output. After Y is become the second input and we can get the Z output. So how the PLC scanning is processed? The first rung is scanning from left to right, and then the second rung is scanning from left to right. So the rung scanning is from left to right and top to bottom. So this is the process for the rung scanning. So in the PLC scanning, we will study about the different scan like the input, program, and the output scan. In the next session, we will study the different examples using the normally open content and normally closed content. Clear? Thank you everyone. If anyone have doubt, then contact me in this email ID.